Hi everyone, hope you are doing well. Welcome to our another learning session on jQuery. Today we are going to discuss jQuery selectors with sample codes. So, what is a selector? In simple words, a jQuery selector will find and select an HTML element from the web page to perform an action. Before going into the details, let me show you the web page we had created to practice the sample codes. Here I am opening the DOM elements section to show you the page structure, which contains a header, a paragraph and a button. In our last session, we wrote a jQuery code on the click event of this button to hide the paragraph. We have used a jQuery selector in our code to find and select the paragraph from the HTML code to hide it. So here the p tag is a selector. If I wanted to hide the header instead of the paragraph, then I had to choose h1 tag in the place of the p tag. I hope you have already understood the structure of jQuery code and how a jQuery selector locates an HTML element from the page to perform an action on it. Now let me show you a few sample codes which can give some idea of the jQuery selector with its wide range of usage. Now let's find out the most commonly used selectors in jQuery. You will notice that in most cases we'll use any of the 4 HTML attributes to find and select any specific element from the pages. These are element, ID, attribute and class. This is an HTML text box that contains all the 4 attributes with their values. Let's find out how to write jQuery code using these attributes as a selector. To use the element as a selector, we need to write the element name in the place of the selector, followed by an action. Please note that we'll only have to write the element name and there is no need to add any symbol as a suffix or prefix. To use the ID as a selector, we need to write the ID attribute value in the place of the selector. Here we have to add the hash symbol before the ID so that jQuery can recognize the element by checking the ID attribute value. To use the attribute as a selector, we need to mention the attribute name and its value in the place of the selector as shown on the screen. In this example, we can use name and placeholder attribute as a selector. To use the class as a selector, we need to write the class name mentioned in the HTML element in the place of the selector. Here we have to add a dot symbol before the class name so that jQuery can select the element by checking the class name. Now there are some advanced level of selectors which can be found in the jQuery official site. To keep this tutorial short and effective, I am not explaining each and every selector as the list of this advanced selector is quite long. I'll be explaining the same as and when I'll be using any of these selectors. Let me give you an idea of the advanced level selector. So, using this type of selector, you can select all the elements present in the page, or you can select any specific type of element from the page, or you can find any specific element or elements by traversing through a hierarchy, or you can find an element from a list of similar elements by using some filters. That's all for today's session. You can build a basic HTML page and try implementing all the selectors. If you have any query or doubt related to selector, please drop a comment in the comment box below. Thank you for being with us. We'll be back soon with a new topic in jQuery. Till then, happy coding!